Good day, class. So today we will continue our discussion with regards to foodborne illness. Specifically, we will discuss physical and chemical hazards carried by the food. So this will be our learning outcomes, intended learning outcomes. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to differentiate chemical hazards from physical hazards in food, identify different chemical hazards and its sources, eliminate the risk of chemical and physical hazards in food. So, on our previous discussion, we talked about foodborne illness, wherein we define foodborne illness as it is also known as disease or food poisoning. So, it is any illness that is resulting from the spoilage of contaminated food. So it can be pathogen bacteria, viruses, parasites, and it could be physical or chemical hazards that are carried by the food that we eat. So there are three different hazards that is carried by the food we eat. So among of them are the physical hazard, chemical hazards, and biological hazards. So in this lesson, we will specifically deal or discuss physical and chemical hazards since biological hazards is quite broad, so it needs to have a different discussion. So again, there are three different hazards carried by the food that we eat. So it could be physical hazards, chemical hazards, and biological hazards. So let's go first and discuss what is physical hazards. So when we say physical hazards, these are foreign objects in food, okay, that are mixed in food either intentionally or unintentionally. Okay, so among of these are broken glass fragments, jewelry. Okay, that's the reason why when you are dealing with food preparation, you are not allowed to wear any jewelries. Okay, so kana mga staple wires, hair, those are physical hazards. Okay, small bone fragments. These are um this could damage the mouth area and others if it could be taken by the guest or the person that will consume the food that is na ay physical hazards. Okay, so these are the examples of physical hazards. Again, these are foreign objects that are mixed in the food either intentionally or intentionally. So usually the the result no of proper food handling practices or lack of training would cause physical hazards. Okay, so it can cause illnesses or injuries. Among of them are kato mga staple wires, hair, broken glasses, kana. And then physical hazards are a common, no, it's a very common sign of poor food handling practices. Okay? So kung kabantay ka nga na ay buhok ang pagkaon ni imong gikaon, na ay stapler or na ay any foreign objects or physical objects na nasagol sa imong pagkaon, it's already a sign nga poor ang food handling practices an ang establishment or an ang restaurant, no? So again, it is very important that the employees have and employees are knowledgeable in food handling, no proper food handling practices, and of course they need to go through training in food safety. So to prevent the physical hazards through hazards, no, you need to check the food items if naabay mga possible na mga hazards na mabutang dadto. Okay, aside from that, you need to properly wash the food items. So another important aspect are again the employees should be trained properly to prevent the food hazards, no, the physical na mga hazards to mix up with the food items. Okay, and lastly is you need to discourage your staff, no, or the employees in wearing jewelries. Okay, while working in the kitchen. Okay, some establishment it actually depends class. So some establishment will allow um those married na mga employees to wear their wedding ring, no, while preparing the food, but some do not allow. So there is always an exemption to the rule. So some would allow, but it depends to the establishment. Okay? So katulang mga married pero kung nag fashion lang kag butang og ring sa imuhang kamot dili gid siya puwede. So nga mag-wear ka og any jewelry while working in the kitchen. Okay? So obviously, physical hazards is very understandable, no? Foreign objects that can be mixed up sa food intentionally or unintentionally. Now let's go with the let's go and discuss chemical hazards. So see chemical hazards class, these are caused by the presence of harmful chemicals. Okay? So dangerous na mga chemicals that can be added into the food items without knowing na na-add siya adtong item. Okay, so these are dangerous chemicals. So, for instance, it might be adding powdered pesticides into the food item, thinking na sugar to siya or salt to siya, no? So, some of that happened, really. So, kaning you need to make sure that there are proper labeling no in the storage kay para dili nimo ma-mix up na ang imong nabutang na imbis asin or sugar imong nabutang is katong powdered nga pesticides into the food item, and knowing that if a person will take the food item unya ang nakabutang adto kay powdered na pesticides which is dapat for the insects, no, so dili siya consumable dapat sa human body. So, it would cause fatal, no, or death. So, si chemical hazards, na siya two types. Okay, so there are two types of chemical hazards. Ang pinakauna is the man-made chemicals. And then next is the natural occurring chemicals. Okay, so chemical hazards in food come in two different categories. Kung nakakategorize siya class. So it can be man-made chemicals and it can also be natural occurring chemicals. Okay, so kung man-made chemicals siya, these are kaning kaning made because of human manufacture. So unsa may example ani ng mga man-made chemical hazard man-made chemicals kining mga preservatives, no? Food preservatives, food additives, and pesticides. Okay? So mo ni siyang mga examples sa man-made chemicals. Okay, so they are called man-made because human manufacture them in order to enhance the shelf life, no? No, ma-preserve ang certain nga food item, no? Enhanced or longer the shelf life of the food item. It can also be to enhance its flavor, okay, and to kill the pests that are damaging the important crops. So among of them are food additives kana. So when you ang kining mga food additives mo ni silang mga food coloring, no, salt and other katong mga makapa-enhance sa flavor sa pagkaon. Okay? So these are food additives. Another one is kanang mga preservatives, okay? So preservatives are used to enhance the shelf life of the food. Okay, to longer no the shelf life of the food. So among of them are the sodium nitrate, no, phosphates, and these items should be properly used to preserve food. Okay, so kay kung dili siya ma-use properly, no, um kaning it can be used no more than that is necessary, it would result na a person to who will indigest the food into kaning disease or death. Okay, so when we use food preservatives, no, para ma-enhance man ang shelf life, no, ma-preserve ang food item, you need to make sure that you know how to properly use the food preservatives. Okay? So, man-made ni sila. And, man-made chemicals. Another is the pesticides. Okay? So, kailan naman tag mga pesticides, these are used to spray sa mga vegetables, mga fruits, para dili kuan sa mga insects, no, ma-destroy ang fruits or vegetables. Okay? So, and you make sure na once you purchase, no, kung magpalit mo og mga vegetables or fruits sa merkado, before ninyo siya i-take, no, or i-consume, make sure na inyo siyang hugasan. Because again, it might be nga naapay mga pesticides na nga na spray dadto, no, or na present pa dadtong mga pesticides. So it can result to be fatal and may result to serious injury in the person nga makakonsume anang mga fruit or vegetables nga wala gihugasan. Kay because the tendencies are basin na pa present pa ang katong mga pesticides kagi spray. Okay, so another aside from the man-made chemicals is ang natural occurring food chemicals. Okay, so there are three common natural occurring food chemicals that are dangerous to humans, no? Once we indigest it. Okay? So these are food allergens, shellfish toxins, and mycotoxins. Okay? So kaning tulo. Food allergens, number one, number two, shellfish toxins, and then number three is mycotoxins. Okay, so kini sila class are kaning naturally occurring to the food items. Okay, so kining food allergen, it is a chemical in a certain food item that causes allergic reaction. Okay, allergic reaction to the person. So food allergen, so it should be necessary that if a person is allergic siya sa certain na food item, no, it should be taken note na dili siya pwede na kaning food item na i-serve is na ay example peanuts. Okay, so um kanang mag-red na dayon ang skin. Okay, so it should be kaning kaning specifically taken note nga if a certain person is allergic to that food item, no, it should kaning miskin pa og ang uban is kanang dili allergy, you need to consider the person na siya allergies because once ma-digest indigest niya ang food allergen, no, nga iyahan ng na intake, it will react. Okay, so the following are the examples, no, of kaning mga reactions na mahitabo kung ang person is nagka-food allergen. Okay, so mga cause of allergic reaction gid ni siya. So aside from some of you might be na allergic diri sa mga shrimp, no, kana mga di kay akong I know someone nga naay allergy siya sa shrimp. So kung every time makakaon siya og food item nga naay shrimp, mamula siya. Mag-red ang iyahang dagway din mag-swell, no? Dagan na din kay kon siyang skin. So, ang tawag anak class is hives. Okay? So, hives is an allergic reaction sa skin. It can cause swelling, redness, no? Lesion, dayon. Another one would be swelling sa tongue and mouth. Okay? So, uban po na ay allergy na ang ilahang tongue o ilang mouth kay mag-swell, no? Mamaga. Okay? Ang lips kana. Itchiness all over the body, including scalps and palms. Okay, kanang magkatol ang scalps and palms nila, vomiting, diarrhea, muscle cramps. Those are some of the reaction that would occur if a first person will indigest food items that causes allergic reaction, okay, or food allergen. So these are some of the food that can cause allergic reactions, no? So among of the food that usually cause allergic reactions are peanuts, eggs, no? So naadyo yung mga tao na allergic sa peanuts, eggs, mga wet proteins, walnuts, kana mga crabs, shrimps, squids or octopus, fish, clams, mussels, oysters, and chicken. No, these are some of the food items that can cause allergic reaction. Even si Sir Ledger, kuan siya, allergic siya sa chicken, no? So every time makakaon siya og chicken kay magpulash siya. So na siya dala always citizen kay ginaanad din ni iyahang self na makakaon sa chicken. And I think currently right now, okay na siya magkaon og chicken, di lang magpalabi. And kay sa una nagakuan gyud siya nag-red yang kuan kailangan gyud siya mainom og cetirizine kay for allergic reaction siya. Okay, so that's one of the examples. So kani sila are the food items again that can cause food allergen. So the best way if a person is allergic to a certain type of food is to avoid good eating these food items. Okay? So because dili man hingon na ay it's a case to case basis man hinuon siya, but there are some items or mga food allergens that can be fatal, no, or pwede siya makapatay og tao if na indigest nila, even gamay lang ang nakaon, no, it can cause death to a certain person. Okay, so examples of these are um katong mga nay mga tao na grabe gyud ang allergic sa mga allergies, no, sa kadto ng mga food items like peanuts, mga kaning eggs, no, or kaning mga s- shrimp, no, squid kana. So next is we have shellfish toxins. Okay, so ang kining shellfish toxins class, these are the most common types of symptoms, no, of the above poisoning of the poisoning, no. So kung makakaon ka og mga shellfish toxins, no, ang examples ani are this. Okay, so natay mga we have oysters, mussels, scallops, clamps, no. Mo ni sila ang common nga symptoms, no, may bal-an nimo if a person is experiencing um kaning kaning shellfish toxins or naka intake sila. So nabna sa lips, sa tongue, sa fingertips, no, mag-numb siya. And then sa arms, legs, and neck, no, as the poisoning progress. So kung kadugay na walay kaning gibuhat na for in any first aid, no, magkuan siya more siya mukalat, no, from gikan sa lips ug sa tongue, sa fingertips mo go down siya sa legs, no, maapila din imong arms, neck, no, kana. And then lack of muscle coordination, no, dili makalihok ang certain part of the body, tapos maglisod na dayon og ginhawa, no, difficulty in breathing, and muscular paralysis during advanced stages of the poisoning. So these are the examples of the toxins, no, shellfish na sila na mga toxins. So these toxins come from toxic algae, which is called dinoflagellates. Okay, so muna sila ang dili maklaro sa atong bare eyes. Dapat siya gamitan og mga kanang microscopic na mga tools, no, in order for us to see this algae, which is again called dinoflagellates. So kini sila is nani sila kining present ni sila sa water, no? Microscopic sila again kay dili man siya maklaro sa atong bare eye. So kani you need to use microscopic na mga tools kay again these are freely floating in the water, and then ang naaday mga types sa shellfish nga gina-absorb ni sila while they are in the water, and eating these contaminated na mga shellfish will eventually result to poisoning. Okay, so that's why by shellfish toxins, that's why even ako dili kay ko fan og mga shellfish, no, kaning mga clams, oysters. Scallops are okay sa ako, kanang ganahan ko, but dili jud kaayo like kanang kung nasa restaurant like kana jud imong orderon, you know. So technically, this can again cause poisoning, no, by shellfish toxins. So among of the kaning akong gi-mention earlier, these are the four, no, common types of shellfish that has toxins na ilang kuan ni ang algae nga ginatawag na dinoflagellate. So technically these are the toxins, no, from dinoflagellates, or are the following kani mussels, clams, oysters, and scallops. Okay, so if a person is reported nga if the event that the poisoning is reported, you need to avoid eating this shellfish, no? Kay sa let's just say for example in the Philippines, the similar poisoning is also known as red tide. Okay, so red tide ang ginatawag because the name it is named after a red colored nga dinoflagellates that is found in the sea, no, causing the seawater to turn red. So Red tide ang tawag sa iya. Okay, kay color red man daw ni ang color anang mga dinoflagellates. So it can be found in the sea, causing the seawater to turn red. So kung ma-indigest siya sa person, it can cause death. Okay, so or kaning damages, no? Even if gamay lang ang imuhang makaon, no? This can be fatal to human. Okay, so aside from shellfish toxins, we have mycotoxins. Okay, so mycotoxins are fungi, molds, yeast, and mushrooms. So these are organisms that produces chemical. Okay, since again these are types of natural occurring chemical, di ba? So tulo na sila kabuk sa ang natural occurring chemicals. As what I've mentioned earlier, food allergens, shellfish toxins, and then the mycotoxins. So, ang mycotoxins, again, organisms that are fungi, molds, yeast, and mushrooms. Okay, so these are mga organisms that produces chemical compound that is called mycotoxins. So they eventually they grow sa food items. Okay, so ang pinaka-common ani nga mga food items nga naay mycotoxins are eggs, meat, milk, no? Animal that had been fed with contaminated grains, cereals, corn products such as breakfast cereals, popcorns, peanuts, walnuts. Okay? So, kung kabantay mo, if dili ni sila ma-store properly, kini na mga food items, these eventually the mycotoxins will grow in these food items. But that's why mag-mold na dayon, 'di ba? Na dayon yung mga yeast, no? Or mga fungi ana na mga food items. Okay? So, if a person will consume a food nga na ay mycotoxins, it can create, no? These are the symptoms. Hemorrhage, liver damage, no? Fluid build up in the body, no? Intestine injury, spleen injury, thymus injury, cancer, and death if naano siya sa advanced na mga stage. Okay? So, how are you going to prevent na dili ka maka-take og food nga na ay mga food items nga na ay mycotoxins? No, so um to prevent from mycotoxins is to keep the nuts, corn, and corn products dry. Okay, so dili pwede na naa siya sa humid, no, or kaning mga that can create moist kumbaga sa kanina mga food items, because these type of food items should not be exposed to water or humidity. Okay, so dapat keep it dry. Ang kining mga nuts, mga dry products, no? So it should not be exposed to water or humidity. So the best solution is to discard them away from animals that might fed them and that get contaminated. Okay, kining mga mycotoxins na mga food items. Okay, so I think that's it for the chemical hazards and physical hazards. Now it's a very short, and we will discuss the biological hazards next meeting. I hope you guys learned. Thank you.